Hey, my name is Rosie. This is the Hum, a social enterprise that incorporates Falling Apple and the Hum cafe, restaurant, deli, bar, arts, music centre and free media forum. Come through. We're just going to cruise into the main cafe at the moment where we sell coffee at the moment. And here we've got Dan and Nikki. Nikki's my business partner, one of the founders.
Yes.
Nikki, how's things going?
Really good.
Yeah.
Working hard.
Working hard,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Writing
Stuff?
up our team minutes.
Oh, the minutes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome, Gil. So this is the coffee machine that is our first major asset of the business. Thanks to Mike from Cocaco, that's the coffee that we supply at the moment. Basically, the vision for the project is to turn this beautiful derelict building into a lively place where, much like the Renaissance, we bring all arts forms together and they interact. So we're just going to come through into this room now. So at the moment, the place as a coffee shop is really to introduce ourselves to the community and the art world at large, so they can be part of developing the site. So this will ultimately be where the bar is. We're going to extend a wall out here, and these walls will be taken out through here. And we're going to have a beautiful Kauri bar built in here. And at the front end, this will be where the cafe, the deli, and everything's going to be working towards organics, sustainable, seasonal fare, New Zealand-owned businesses. Basically, we've come into this project with no money, and they've helped us make this happen. So Camel Space, Alto, Black Tree Architects, there's so many New Zealand-owned businesses who have donated thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff to make this happen. And so this ultimately, the bar will extend out through here, and this is where we'll sort of go from mixology, sort of like a healing concept with the cocktails, as opposed to just like focusing on alcohol, using herbs and bits and pieces there. The decks are going to extend out here, so you can walk out onto the deck. And then if we just come through here, we're about to enter into the kitchen. And in the kitchen here, we find Adam and Dave. And there's a whole lot of pies. And this is the car pie initiative we've got going on right here.
The steak and cheese car pie.
So this is the steak and cheese. Do we have like a close up on that?
Steak, cheese and moustache pie today. It's the special.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, they're all homemade and they're all handmade. And the kind of the concept behind this one is that more than just being a dirty pie, it's kind of like a meal and pastry. And so there's a little bit of retraining of some people's ideas around the pie, but hopefully when they're in the mouth, that shouldn't be too difficult.
This is one of the original smaller castings.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
Mystery?
Yeah,
mystery
The
pie?
mystery pie. So
Mystery
Adam's
pie.
also one of the founders. So there's three of us who are the founders of Hum. And so he's one of them too. Any comments?
Hum all the way. I love the fact that there's now a decent vegetarian pie in the neighbourhood. And like a really, really good one that we're going to be able to stock.
Yeah,
and move on
once
to
we
people
move
as well.
out. Yeah, exactly.
Soon to be vegan as well.
Yeah.
Dave's working on his own pastry that's going to be vegan. I'm, as a vegan, a little judgmental of the fact there's so little vegan options for like just a greasy, fatty pie. And that's what you're after when you're after a pie. You're looking for a health meal. And all the vegan pies are like spelt flour, this, that, and the next thing. It's like having a salad. I want a pie.
Yeah, you want the pie.
I want the pie.
Cool. So at Hum, as soon as we move the coffee kiosk outside, we're going to be selling the pies along with homemade Huminade, which is lemonade. Downstairs in the basement, we won't go down there, but that's sort of like the secret room, which we won't go into the details of. So in here, we'll just quickly go in here. It's a bit dark, but we'll turn on the light. So this is going to be where we, poker room, meeting room, open fire, table, a couple of couches. Those people who want a bit of intimacy away from the scene, this is them to be able to all hours be in. If we cruise up the stairs now real quick. At the moment, adventure artists are setting up for an expose of what they're doing with friends and people that they've been getting on with, sort of coming together. But we'll go to them in a second. Coming up through here, basically this will be the sort of community centre of Hum. And we're sort of going to restore it also to support our free media website, which will showcase the arts, culture, music, topical information, news that wouldn't necessarily be released through major media outlets because of controversy. So we're going to have a room put up in here, we access it for artists in the attic interviews. So for those special people. This will be, we're going for the banquet style dining through here, so big long tables forcing people to congregate. at the moment it's just our think tank. And then if we cruise through here, at the moment, so this is the band space, but the guys from Adventure Artists are basically setting up for what I mentioned, the congregation of all their friends and bits and pieces, to let them know exactly what they've been doing under the radar. So this is Mark.
Hey, how you doing?
Tell us what you've been doing under the radar.
Quite a lot, eh?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been an absolute full-on week. I finished work about a week ago full-time and started this full-time now, and we've only been going a month, we've been about here a month. And so we've been talking to a lot of people, excited, getting ourselves excited, and
bringing an awesome idea into fruition, and that's what's happening tonight. This is a landmark night for these guys, about to be able to move it into the next step. So this is Andy. He's also with the
How you going?
Artists.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. So what's your background, Andy?
I'm mainly a musician, but / economist from university. But who knows when I'll actually use that? But I say I'm using it every day.
Awesome. So while these guys are heading overseas, you guys are going to hold doing the fort here, yeah?
Yeah. Me and Mike are ripping it here. We
Mike.
Oh,
yeah.
We got the cup pie coming in.
Here they are. And this is Nathan down here.
Yo. Oh,
Cheers.
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 How's it going? Yeah, we're hard at work.
He's hard at work, so we'll come back later on and do a little bit more in depth with these guys. So just moving right along, this is Adventure Artists are renting out this room at the moment, but ultimately this is going to be our dinner debate room. So we're going to have a huge big table. It's going to be decked out in bohemian, beautiful. We're going to have like experts from different fields of thought, like for example cancer treatment, alternative medicine and Western medicine sitting down at the table while they eat dinner, while it's been filmed live to the net. And then commentary will be allowed to occur on the net, and from there we'll basically pick up and commission through the profits of hum different documentaries. Same with New Zealand history. Did the Phoenicians come? Was there Celtic influences here? What things that perhaps weren't necessarily or aren't being addressed in media because of sort of the controversy behind them and how they affect different media channels. But because we'll be a free media centre, we'll be able to provide this on the website without any influences from bureaucracy about what we decide to commission and what we don't. And you'll be able to step out onto the deck there for interest's sake too. There'll be like a little thing and you'll be able to step out onto the top deck. And then if we just cruise back through here. So at the moment, Covey from Sound Solutions, who's around, he's rented out this room, and basically in this cupboard, he's like soundproof the whole thing, and he's got all his mixed desks and bits in there, and if you're a singer, you'd step in there and get recorded. And that's going to be sort of our media, centre where all the techie stuff goes on. And more down there, we've got Paul in this room, who's a fine artist. He's ever elusive. He must come and go in the early hours of the morning. And then back down there is just where we're sort of going to have a sort of a room where the decks extend for band lounge and bits and pieces where they can relax. So that's us, that's first stage. But what I'll do is quickly, if you follow me outside, because this is the second stage stream and this is pretty epic. Come with me. So remember, the whole concept of being outside is that we're going for the book in the secret garden, like a boutique, rich garden space where the smells and the senses, and you've got like hedges all the way where you feel like you are escaping. You've got different levels, you've got tiled areas, but you can stand up and say hey to someone, but you can sort of sit down and be amongst your friends and feel intimately with them. So this will all be just lush stuff, like herbs that we can use for the kitchen. But coming around the back is the most exciting part, well, one of the most exciting parts of what we're doing. And basically second stage next year, you'll have decks up through here, and we're going to have underground car parks and tiered gardens going out here with a rotunda hanging off the cliff for international speakers and bands, so that you still have this lush garden feel on tiered landscapes, but then a hand cover rotunda sort of just hanging off there, so you can have like the different decks, and then from the deck you literally step out onto the ground and tear out, and there's nothing like this in Auckland. The whole idea is about bringing people together, and it's by doing it with no money as well, like people having faith in what you're doing. And it's awesome, people have come on board, so we're excited. It's exciting. So this is hum.